What's up everyone, Sean Count Blagrath here today with a video on one of my all-time favorite bands, Revenge. Um, Basically, I'm making this just to talk about why I love this band so much and show my collection of them. And let's begin this. Hopefully this actually records all the way through, because I made it halfway through this first time, and for some reason it stopped recording. That pisses me off, so... Before people ask, it's lemon tea. It's actually lemon at the bottom. Anyways, if you're going to talk about Revenge, you got to talk about the beginnings of Revenge. And that is with Conqueror. Conqueror formed in Victoria, British Columbia back in 1994. In 1996, Now, here's the interesting thing I gotta say before I continue with this. They formed in 94, split up in 97. But their full length didn't see the light of day until 1999. But let's continue. So Conqueror is Ryan Forrester, who is famously from Blasphemy, excuse me. He joined Blasphemy later on down the line. But at the time he had Dominated Fury, and Jay Reed, I believe, was in Order of Chaos for a little bit. So they already had a somewhat established name in the Black Death Underground. But something truly, like, magical, in my opinion, kind of happened when these two teamed up to create Conqueror. They released the Antichrist Superiority demo in 1996, the Annihilate demo in 98. This is not an original before I get comments. This is a dub I made myself because I'll more than likely never own an original, which bums me out. And then in 1999, they did the War Cult Supremacy album, and also in 99, I just had to check the date, they released the split with Black Witchery called Hellstorm of Evil Vengeance. Amazing split. But the full-length War Cult Supremacy is truly where they made their name. They created a bit of a buzz in the underground with the demos, but with War Cult Supremacy, this brought forth such a vicious, destructive, chaotic sound that while there were bands going around that time and even earlier that had a very chaotic, destructive quality to them, such as Blasphemy and Behold, they really took it to the next level. There's definite Bathory influence, definite Sarcophago influence. There's actually Sarcophago cover on here, which is really fucking cool. But they took that sound and just made it so much more barbaric and fucking destructive. I mean, there is no breathing room when you listen to Conqueror or Revenge. There is no moment for you to go like, what the fuck just happened? It is just a constant, straight up punch in the fucking face. And if you want to start with Revenge, realistically speaking, this might be the place for you to start. It's not the most accessible, but it gives you an idea of what Revenge will become. Now, this has been released many times. This is the reissued done, I believe, I want to say in 2012. I could be mistaken on that. Done by Nuclear War Now, and I actually have the Die Hard edition of this. And with this, you have the full length of War Cult Supremacy on the first LP, and the second LP is tracks from, I believe, Antichrist Superiority, Annihilate, and the Hellstorm of Evil Vengeance split, just kind of scattered about. I could be mistaken on that. And it also features, says World Domination Comp, and I didn't do any research on this part, but I think it might have been a track from a compilation. But, regardless, this is the Die Hard edition. So, Jay Reed, Ryan Forrester, double LP set, one of the most gorgeous records in my collection. Take a look at that color. fucking nasty. I love that. This is just such great Bastille black metal. Fucking, I call it war metal. Some people don't like the term war metal. If you don't like it, fuck you. Not here to impress you. 2 LP set, as I said. Not going to show the second one because it's basically the same thing. And this jacket is a case wrap jacket, so it is a bitch to fit these in the actual jacket. It is a very thick, sturdy jacket. You also get booklet, which is very, very cool. One thing with Revenge and Conqueror you'll notice, if you get into this band and start collecting their material, they never print full lyrics. You always get just fragments along with artwork, which I'm completely fine with. I really think it kind of adds to the mystery of the band. So you got the booklet. Fucking comes with this patch, which is going on a vest. I know it's a Die Hard edition. Most people want to do that, but I'm not most people. Comes in this tin, which is very cool. Features the goat eagle going around it. It's fucking sick. Came with this flag, which I love. And this also comes with a sticker and a t-shirt, which I only wear for special occasions. I wore this at Black Metal Warfare when I saw Revenge. So, I mean, in a weird technical way, I kind of wore a Revenge shirt to a Revenge show, but I didn't feel like such a douche, seeing as I wasn't actually seeing Conqueror. Conqueror actually did play one live show that was at Nuclear War Now Fest back in 2014. And Revenge played a set, and then Conqueror did a set, which Ryan Forster came out on stage and did some songs with Vermin, and I can't remember the guy's name from Antediluvian that does bass with them live. But regardless, Conqueror, fucking sick. Conqueror split up because Jay Reed ended up moving to Edmonton, and that was around the time Ryan Forster joined Blasphemy. So, I believe it was 2000. I just want to make sure I got this right. Oh, let me check when this came out. 2001. Attack Blood Revenge. This is the first Revenge release. This was done as a 10-inch EP and a mini CD. Not mini CD, but a CD EP. And there's also Superion Command Destroy, which came out in 2002. And that was released as a 7-inch. And this combines those tracks along with their split from Archon and Faustus, the song Deathless Will. This is a much more sloppy album, so to speak, from Revenge. They're definitely starting to get their feet wet again with this sort of sound. Jay Reed definitely is at his most barbaric in terms of Revenge. He's always barbaric, but this is just very, very primitive shit when you compare it to the new album. But still fantastic stuff. I mean, you don't really want really well put together shit when you listen to Revenge. You want to just listen to something that's pure fucking chaos. But at the same time, it doesn't fall apart, which this definitely does not. So, Jay Reed, this is the reissue done, I believe, in 2014 by Nuclear War Now. This is a very cool case wrapped with a actual, like, fucking metal on the cover. And the back has spot gloss, which is really cool. But, yeah, I got booklet. With, artwork and fragments of lyrics and all that. This comes on a very nice white vinyl. I really should not put that on top of the metal on top of the Conqueror box, because that almost put a scratch in it. Thankfully it didn't. But, regardless, also comes with a sticker and a patch. And it also came with a flag, which I have hanging up on my wall right now. And that is Attack Blood Revenge. Then, in 2003, they put out Triumph, Genocide, Antichrist. Now, this is the 2012 reissue by Osmos and Hell's Headbangers. This is where they just basically continue on the path that they've been on. No real difference in sound. I believe this is when Pete Humkamp joined in the mix and really brought in that sort of Angel Corpse vibe to it, but nothing, that's too overbearing. It's not like a mix of, like, Angel Corpse or whatever. There's definitely that vibe, though, to it. This probably has some of my favorite songs on it, like Heathen Hammer, Blood Division, Blood of My Blood, Annihilate or Serve, Attack the Enslaver, Altar of Triumph. This album is just full of fucking Revenge classics. If you're a fan of Revenge, you know what's up with this. Printed inner sleeve. I think there was a silver vinyl version of it, but this is just the plain black. Side Genocide, side Antichrist. This album is just fucking sick, though. This could also be a decent place to start. I mean, there's no real bad place to start with Revenge, because, I mean, they're a band where, like, if you hear one song, it's not like, oh, you need to hear a whole album from them. It's kind of like you hear the one song, and you know if you're going to like it or not. There's no, like, fucking meandering about it. It's not like one of those bands where it's like, well, you need to check out a few songs there to get a true feel for it. No, not with fucking Revenge. Revenge is a band where you get what you see, basically. That's one thing I gotta say it's absolutely genius about these guys, too, is their simplistic fucking artwork, which I absolutely love. Just tells you everything you need to know, and I actually noticed something pretty cool, which I'll point out at the end of this video. Next up, in 2004, they released Victory, Intolerance, Mastery. A lot of people say this is their best album, and I can definitely see why. Once again, Osmos and Hell's Headbangers reissue. Probably one of my favorites with this silver stamping going around it. Looks fucking sick. I can definitely see why people would say this is their favorite. I mean, it's got Traitor Crucifixion, which is a staple at their shows. Blood Annihilation. Hate Oath. Fucking Doom Order. This shit is so fucking good. This one, they definitely slowed it down just a tiny, tiny bit at points on it. Just to kind of make it a bit more crushing when it does kick in. But they didn't really expand on that till later on. But this is definitely when they had their first tinges of that, in my opinion. Printed inner sleeve. And, once again, black vinyl. Side, Victory, which I think is pretty fucking cool. And then, side Mastery. Fucking great album. I know Eric Bauer says this is his favorite from them, and I can definitely see why. But in my opinion, Revenge is just an incredibly solid band from beginning to end that has absolutely no compromise in their sound throughout their entire fucking career. Next up, in, I believe, this was 2008, Infiltration, Downfall, Death. If I had to pick a favorite album, this might be it for me. It's got Death Heritage, Blood Noose, Sterilization, Barbed Ante, Final Doctrine, Cleansing Siege, Take Them Down. Jesus fucking Christ. This is just full of the Revenge live anthems that you come to know and love from these dudes. This one is just as barbaric and chaotic as all the rest. I believe this, I could be mistaken on this, but no, I am mistaken. Never mind, I'm not going to say it. Still has Pete Helmkamp, and this is actually his final record with Revenge. Unfortunately, but Revenge are still fucking great without him. I have no idea what actually went down with that, but it's not really my business. Comes with a advert for Osmos. Once again, this is an Osmos reissue. I believe Hell's Headbangers had a part in this. No, they did not, just Osmos. Weird. Alright. So, got the printed inner sleeve. And this is actually on white vinyl. So this is side Downfall, and then side Death. As I said, this might be one of my favorite Revenge albums. I know it's hard for me to pick a favorite, but I definitely recommend this one highly. Just, once again, just know what you're getting yourself into. It's really, it's chaotic to the point where it feels like it's going to go off the rails. I'm actually going to use the analogy I used in my review of Behold.Rejection, which was, I said that it feels like, Revenge feels like that roller coaster at the amusement park that's super old, that one roller coaster, and you see it and you're like, how in the shit is that thing still, together? How does it not fall off the rails? Revenge is the musical equivalent of that roller coaster ride. It feels like at any point the band is just going to fall apart, but they never do. And the same thing goes with them live. I saw them at Black Metal Warfare, and one of the most powerful bands I've ever seen. Definitely the most powerful and commanding three-piece band on the fucking planet. If you haven't had a chance to see these fuckers live, definitely do so. Next up, in their discography in 2012, they released what is pretty much, I would say, their most famous album at this point. This is Scum Collapse Eradication. This was actually my introduction to the band. This is the Die Hard edition put out by Nuclear War Now. I believe there was versions released by both Nuclear War Now in the United States and Osmos over in Europe. So this is the Die Hard edition, case wrapped with a black foil stamping, came with a flag, which I have hanging. This album is just fucking great. Once again, Jay Reed. This is the introduction of Vermin into the band. And I think Vermin's awesome. I love his vocals live, and I think he's a fucking great guitarist. I mean, he doesn't play the most impressive riffs or really solos that are that, like virtuosic, but at the same time, he's just incredibly solid. So, business as usual in terms of artwork and just lyric fragments and all that. One of my favorite lyrics is actually, and one of my favorite songs, a song I would definitely recommend for you to check out is Us and Them. Breathe this simple truth and accept your fate. Hunter kills wolf, but animal controls the field until man burns it down. Fucking sick shit, man. Then this is a picture disc version, which actually sounds pretty fucking good. Same thing on both sides, unfortunately, which becomes a pain in the ass if you don't put this. I have a thing of trying to put my records side A facing the cover. I don't know how you guys are, but if you don't do that with this one, you have to try to find it on the dead wax or just put the record on. But once you know this album, there's no mistaking side A or side B, because Us and Them is definitely a more of a slower track. I just love the fucking build up in it with that dun 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 dun. The fucking riffs in that. Also came with a sticker and a patch, which I actually have on my vest that I will be taking off and transplanting on another vest. Then, in 2015, everyone and their fucking mother bought this on YouTube. The Black Witchery split. Holocaustic Death March to Humanity's Doom. The Revenge side is Humanity Noosed with the Bathory cover of Equimanthorn. And everyone and their mother bought the same version I did. You've all seen the flags I got. That's the Revenge one. Over there's the Black Witchery one. Comes with a Nuclear War Now sticker. A lot of people thought that Nuclear War Now just threw this in with their order. They fucking didn't. This came with the Die Hard. Only with the Die Hard. If you just put this sticker on, I pity you. I do not use stickers that come with albums, ever. It's just a thing I don't do. Black Witchery insert, and then the insert for Revenge. They're very simplistic yet powerful art. And just advert for Nuclear War Now and Iron Bonehead. They're always in collaboration with each other, which is great because the US always gets the Iron Bonehead releases. And then we got the Black Witchery side, which is really fucking good. And then you got the Revenge side, which is just batshit insane. The transition, it's one continuous track for Humanity used in Equimanthorn. And the transition they use to go into Equimanthorn is just fucking insane. If you haven't heard it, Jesus Christ, get on that shit. But this is some really solid stuff. I know a lot of people started with this, and I mean, if you want to get into this more Bastille black metal, Black Death, grind war, whatever the fuck, this is definitely a decent place to start because it gives you a taste of Black Witchery as well. And I mean, Humanity Noosed definitely is a awesome, awesome song from Revenge. And then in 2015 as well, at the end of the year, they put out their newest album, Behold, Total Rejection, and once again, everyone and their mother here on YouTube picked this shit up. I know you've all seen it, but I'm a dude that just does not give a fuck. So this is the debut album they made for Season of Mist, and it looks like they put it under the underground activist part of their label, which is whatever. A lot of people were scared when they found out that they signed to Season of Mist. They're like, oh no, are they going to sell out? Dillinger Escape Plan was on that label, and fucking Life Once Lost, and oh my god, look at how Mayhem sounds now. Fuck you. Revenge was never going to change. Same thing for Inquisition. Inquisition is just as good now as they ever have been. And Revenge put out their most vicious, disturbing, disgusting, filthy record to date. This is them at their most chaotic, barbaric, and just straight up destructive. This album is fucking sick, guys. This is this special edition with like the textured, debossed cover. Not embossed. Embossed is popped out. Debossed is sunken in. And all the print on this jacket is sunk in. Same thing for the spine, which is really, really cool. Now this comes with a booklet. Unfortunately, mine came unstapled in shipment, but I'll do my best to show you without it. Yeah, let's see. Front cover comes off like that, but I'll just take that off. Pisses me off. I'm going to restaple it. I wanted to email Season of Mist about it, but I never did just because I felt like a dick. For just a staple coming loose, it's whatever. I mean, I got the music, which is what matters, and nothing else came damaged. It's just collateral damage and shipping, I guess. One thing I gotta say, too, that Revenge is now doing, sanctioned by Jay Reed, is By Force Propaganda, which is a company that is doing merchandise for Revenge. So I'm very excited to see what they're putting out. They got some awesome shirts up on that website available for pre-order. Definitely go there. They did a Blasphemy one. I can't remember the other one that they did. and 2 revenge ones. They got one of Triumph, Genocide, Antichrist, and one of Victory, Intolerance, Mastery. So that's the booklet. Yeah, this album is absolutely insane. Scum, Defection, Outsider, Neutralized, Wolf Slave Protocol. They bring it down at a few points and make it kind of like groovy and like headbangable and kind of catchy, but as soon as they kicked it back up, it was just this album is just a punch in the face. Once again, the mastermind Jay Reed. Lyric fragments, and I gotta say as well with this, it's fucking awesome. Gray marbled vinyl, side total. And the video cut out again for some reason, so I am going to pretend that didn't happen and just edit that part back together so it's all nice and put together. Pisses me off, so it's going to take me a bit longer. Anyways, the one thing that I love about this is the mix. The mix on this is just absolutely fucking phenomenal. The drum sound is just massive as hell, and it just works so well to add to the chaos in the mix, and the way the bass is mixed in, it just sounds disgusting and vile. But I pre-ordered it. Got the CD, which is a digipack. Very thick booklet, just like the LP. Came with a patch, but I have it with my patches over there. They're going to be used. That LP also came with a flag, which you have all seen, and a back patch, which is going on my vest. I'm replacing the Wolves in a Throne Room one because that was falling apart. But I also got the cassette version. If you guys have any variants of Revenge that I don't have that you're willing to sell, let me know. I'll buy them from you, because I want to get everything I possibly can. Very cool cassette. The cassette is very muddy sounding, but that just adds to how fucking chaotic it sounds. But yeah, if you have anything from these guys that you don't want, like CD, vinyl, cassette, whatever, even if it's an album, you know, I have all their albums, but if you want to sell them, let me know. And one thing I wanted to point out that I thought was just really fucking awesome about Revenge and their whole aesthetic from the beginning of their career. Let me just get these in order. So the first album, Triumph, Genocide, Antichrist. You have One Skull, first album. Second album, Two Crossed Daggers. Third album, Three Nooses. Fourth album, if I can get that to show, you got Four Shackles. And fifth album, you have Five Spikes, which is very, very cool. But that is my Revenge collection. That is kind of my overview of the history of Revenge, Conqueror, and all that good stuff. If you're into them, cool. If you're not into them, this video was probably torture for you, and I don't give a shit either way. Yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this type of stuff, I'll do one for some other bands, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, keep it metal.